Hey everybody, it's EpilepsyBlogger. I have a couple, well actually quite a few people following me on YouTube only, so I wanted to just do a little update kind of about how the race went and kind of just video blog about what's going on right now. So here's the t-shirt, because I know everyone wanted to see the t-shirt. This is my mom's actually, because it's bigger, it's more comfortable. Don't tell her I said that, she'll kill me. But as you can see, it's pretty cool looking. It's got the seize the moment. Yes, there's black oil paint on there because I'm working on a painting. But it's really cute. I like it, and they're very comfortable. And the back has all the sponsors. I would show you guys, but it takes like forever. So there's a lot of sponsors on the back. So, but it was a whole lot of fun. I placed like 40 something minutes, which is not good, but it's not bad. Most of it was because it was really cold outside and I just started like heaving like I was having an asthma attack, and that's what I thought was going on, and then I thought it was allergies at one point, but then I saw all these runners going like this, and then I saw some runners like this, and I was wondering what they were doing, and I said there's got to be something to it, and it finally like hit me that they were warming up the air, and I figured the air was actually too cold and it was making me heave, so when I went like this, it was like heating up the air, and I was like perfectly fine after that, which was really cool. I'll remember that for next time, but I didn't expect it to be so cold. It was like freezing outside. You wouldn't even believe it, you guys. And it's like November and it's like freezing over here, which is like a first for Texas, because it's usually it doesn't really get cold. Like it'll get cold for a little while in October and then stop, and it'll get really hot, and then it'll get really cold in December. So I was surprised that it was freezing like that. So the purple hair thing didn't exactly work out. It's a long story. If you want to like really read about it, you can go look in my my blog, and I'll put like a link below. But basically what happened is I was stupid and I listened to, I'm sorry I'm using the camera as a mirror, I listened to the stylist and not myself when I should have been listening to myself in the first place, and I went to go get the bleach because I knew I had to bleach my hair, so I bleached it, and then I was like, okay, crap, what am I gonna put in it to make it purple? Well, I could have just sprayed the purple on. Let's be honest, I actually went and bought purple hairspray. I could have done that and I didn't do it. So I'm thinking, okay, what do I gotta put in my hair to make it purple? And I usually would go with Manic, which is really cool. It's made by Petition from Blondie. And I love it because it's made out of vegetable oils and it's not bad for your hair. It's actually good for your hair. It's like basically a hot oil treatment that colors your hair, and it's really cool. And I'm about to sneeze. And I'm grabbing it off the shelf, and the stylist from Sally's is like, I'm not gonna say her name, but she's like, oh no, that's not what you want, right? She's like, you want color jams. And I'm like, no, because it has lots of chemicals in it. I already know that. She's like, it'll last longer, it'll look much better. And I'm thinking, alright, whatever. But it's more expensive. And I figured out they actually work off commission there, is what my friend told me. So I'm sure she was just trying to get me to buy something more expensive. But it didn't work out. I took it home, followed all her directions, put it in, and it turned red. And I'm talking like red, like lipstick red. And I'm thinking, so I decided to do this the night before the race, take note. So I'm like freaking out. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And so I'm like, okay, how are we gonna fix this? So I go back, and she says, put a little bit of, like, she said to get Manic purple and then just go over it, and that it would work. So I did that, and I'm trying to remember the order of how all this happened because there were so many different colors. I went through like, in the past 3 weeks, I've gone through like 8 colors of hair. And I'm trying to remember all the order, but basically I went through all these different colors to try to like counteract the other color and turn it purple. And it did nothing but give me rainbow hair, and I had like this green, orange, like it was a weird combination of colors, hair. And take note that also my first day of work, because I got a new job at Orange Leaf Frozen Yogurt, was on the same day as this 5K, so I'm thinking I'm either gonna have purple hair or I'm gonna have nothing. So I was trying to figure out how to fix it and what to do. So eventually I get fed up because I have so many different colors of hair that I just go to the store and I'm thinking, well, my hair already feels like at that point it felt like crap, because I had already dyed this part of the hair, and I was letting it grow out, and so this was really dry down here, what used to be here, and so I did not want to use bleach again. So I got this stuff called Color Oops, because apparently it doesn't really damage your hair. That's a lie, by the way. I want to let everyone know. I don't know what's in that stuff, but it ruins your hair. It ruins it. Don't ever use it. Don't even dye your hair. Like, it's not worth it. So I get this stuff. It's supposed to strip my hair. Put it in my hair. She said it would work. She promised me. It was very expensive. It was like $19.99. Put it in my hair. And I did this on my own. And I had to do this again, by the way. So I put this in my hair, and it makes it worse. It makes every color that was on my hair brighter. And so at this point, I'm like, oh my god. So I'm reading over the instructions, and it says you have to do it multiple times if you did multiple colors. So later that night, my friends come over, and we go to Walmart, and we get another pack. And I'm stupid, right? I'm putting so much crap in my hair. And this is in two-day period. So I put this stuff in my hair, and it pulls a lot of it out, but you won't believe what color it turned. It turned purple. It turned the color that it was supposed to turn in the first place, which was so weird. Like, I mean, after having green, blue, red, orange, it turned purple. So I was content at that point. I was like, I'm not touching it. I'm leaving it. But when I woke up in the morning, there was like green spots. It was awful. I looked like a dinosaur or something. It was just like the worst thing that could ever happen. So I treated my hair with like a little bit of purple color from Manic Panic, and it kind of like evened it out enough for the race, but you totally couldn't tell I had purple hair the next day. It was more of like it was a weird color. It was more of a weird color. Nonetheless, I had purplish hair for the race. I took a few pictures because I promised I would, but they didn't look purple, so there's no point in like posting it. And I looked like crap because I was sweaty, so it didn't matter. So after that, I said, okay, we gotta get this purple out because it's my first day at work. So I'm like washing and washing my hair, and it starts turning colors again. And I was like, okay, well, who cares? Because I wear like a hat to work, and I had my hair up because it was long. So I got through the first day okay, but people kind of looked at me a little weird, and I was like embarrassed. But I just explained to them, hey, I did it for epilepsy, whatever, and I was like all cool about it, so it didn't matter. But I just felt kind of weird because I didn't want my boss to have like a bad impression of me, you know, and my managers didn't want them to think that I was kind of like a troublemaker or anything like that. So I decided that if I was going to have a color, I would have one that was a little more like normal, like a red, even if it's like a vibrant red, like a red that's not normal. That's what I decided on because I said that's more, sorry, there's like fuzz floating around, but I said that's more normal. I mean, that's something that you see with a lot of girls. They're doing like the reds these days. So, and I really like red, and what I usually have is red hair when I dye it, so it's not something that was like new for me. So I usually do the Manic Panic Vampire Red. So what I did is I just got the Manic Panic Vampire Red, and I had done my hair, and I'll try to put a picture in here somewhere. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Okay, so that's a picture of me with the red hair. It was really, really pretty. That's Vampire Red by Manic Panic. They're actually going to use me as a diehard on the website, so check me out when I'm on there. I'm not sure if I'm on there already, but I'm going to be on there soon. I always use that color. That's the one I've always used when I do the reds, but it's kind of been a while. Other than that, I've used, I'm trying to remember what the other color was. They have one more red that I usually use, but I don't remember the name. I think it's like, I don't know, it's like a stoplight red, so I used to use it over my natural hair, just to kind of add a tint to it. Whatever, anyways, we're getting really off track. Basically, I was gonna keep it. My manager liked it. My boss actually said it looked really cool, so I wasn't really worried. But my parents didn't like it. They didn't think it was very cute. I thought it looked really cute. And I was kind of worried that my boyfriend's parents didn't like it, and I really tried to impress them. So I ended up actually changing it. So I said, okay, well, let's just get it all out. So I stripped it again, and I ended up actually stripping it. Well, I stripped it for like you can leave it in as long as you need to with the color. Oops, you're not really supposed to leave it an extra time. But if you have like a lot of hair color, you can leave it in like, I think it's like 15 more minutes. So I got all of the color out till it was blonde again. And then I just got a blonde hair dye and said, why not? Let's just stay blonde, because it looked fine, because I used to have blonde hair when I was little. And I turned green. You know, with my luck, everything's gonna go wrong. So I had green hair, and it was my boyfriend's birthday party, and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? So I'm using like lemon juice and baking soda again to try to like get it out and the ketchup, and turns out that doesn't really get out green. So for some reason, didn't really get out green. So I was freaking out, and I ended up, so I went to the party, and it didn't look too bad. It looked like a gray kind of color, so it wasn't too bad, because they have like dim lighting in their house. But at work, people noticed big time because we have very bright lights, and people were like, oh, that's such a pretty green, where'd you get it? And I was like, oh my god. Turns out the blue from the Manic Panic like sticks in your hair, because I had used like a blue color to kind of like counteract the red and turn it purple, and it sticks in your hair longer than the other colors. And it'll look like it's removed, but it's not really removed, so you're supposed to really wait like 6 weeks before you try to dye it like a blonde color or something. And I didn't know that. No one's ever told me that. Also, their dyes, they're natural, but they have like, some of them have metals in them, I believe, that help dye the hair, and it reacted with the color remover. So those were a couple things I learned. So I waited, washed it, and it actually started to look really cute. I got some John Frieda blonde, sheer blonde or something like that, and it makes your hair blonder, and that took a lot of the green out, and it was gone. And then I decided just to go back to like a natural brown color. You can't really see it too well, but it's like a light brown with like some blonde flecks and some red, a little bit of red, not really though. It's just like a chestnut brown, I guess. It's really nice though, and I decided I'm just going to stay with this because it's like my natural color anyways. And a lot of people like it, so I'm stuck with that. I ended up getting a haircut as well because I had a lot of damage down here from the bleach, because I actually dyed my hair a while back, like long time ago. So the very tips were the areas where it was dyed before started getting all like crunched up and stuff, and I didn't want to deal with it because I had to brush it every morning, and it would get like stuck down here and it would start chipping off. So I got a haircut. It's very short. I've had shorter hair in my life, but like I've gotten kind of chubby, and I don't really like the way it looks on my face, but a lot of people compliment it. So I mean, it's not done right now because I've been sleeping all day, I don't feel good, but when I do it up all cute, it looks nice. Of course when I have makeup it looks even better. But so that's really what's new in my life. I don't really have much going on other than that. I've been working on the painting that I'm doing for the author. Her name's Terry Tracy, and she wrote the book A Great Place for a Seizure. The painting is not for the book. A lot of people are having misconceptions about that. I'm not sure why. It's not going to be like the cover of the book or anything, and it's not like for the book, but it's about the book. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be sharing this information, but it's already been on my blog, so whatever. But I'm working on that right now. It's pretty big, so I think it's going to take me a while. And I'm doing oil paints because I like the way it has more pigment in it, but it's going to take me forever, and I'm like hoping that it gets done in time. But that's really all that's going on in my life. If you want to see pictures of that, you can check out my artist page. I'm going to put all my pages below for you to check them out. But I'll keep making videos as much as I can. The camera on my laptop sucks, so I'm trying to utilize this camera my dad has, but it's really hard to work with. So if I don't make videos, you know, like every week, I really apologize. But thank you guys for following me on here. I didn't think my channel would really get popular at all. But thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. Thanks for all the emails. Thanks for all the support on my blog and on Twitter and everything like that, on Facebook. It's awesome. Love you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.